So for real, guys, I didn't know if I was making it here when I was making it back here. I'm happy to be here though. Oh, I'm so warm. Okay, now there's a card I haven't looked at till now. Let's look at it together. Oh, it's called not to. The 10 of Cups. Wow. Wow, it's a good one. Or purpose. Okay, and they've shared with me that goes with this. These two characters are the likeliest of friends, and the main theme right now is butterfly, and we're going to get into that as previous readings go down the road. Because, of course, crocodile and butterfly, masters of disconcernment, but I was shared like the theme of the month right now, or the season, is going to be butterfly, and I was like, well, what season? We're at the end of the season here. But, guys, it was made very clear to me that the end of this season is connected to the beginning of the next season, and we're closing in the gaps. We're like the connection. We're like the energy. We connect the energy. We connect it. We're connecting the ending to the beginning, and that has to do with something with patterning and our evolution and what we came here to do and build with the light with the rest of the collective, and it's obviously part of our purpose. So now let's get a little bit more information. Okay. I figured a sense that these messages were all inspired by the Northern Flicker, that it was only right that the animals were present here today. Biscuit Boo is right over here. He's so cute, guys. And the messages are, don't forget your purpose, your 10 of Cups. Like, it's going to be working in symbiosis with the earth. Because we're also creating patterning that's, working in symbiosis with the earth. Being in service with the animals, to the animals, healing with the animals, healing with the plants, healing with the bugs, healing with all of life, healing with the sky, the universe, creation. We're healing with it all. I know that I'm in service to my Biscuit Boo over here, and it's part of my 2 of Cups, and it makes me a better person. And he's changed my life. Loving him has made me a better person. Loving Max has made me a better person, my other dog too. And his story, like, what a story. You know what, guys? Max is a rescue, okay? And I've been working with him for the last, 6 years. And he was abused so badly, he only has just under 60% of his lung function left because they broke his rib cage. And even still, with 6 years of rehabilitation, he still gets in moments of fear. He still has nightmares. But I mean, he's also blossomed too. He can go through doors. He can live life. Like, before he couldn't even walk through doors. Before he couldn't even sweep with a broom around him. He'd run away in terror and go and hide. Like, you could see too, like, he was so afraid. He was so frantic. He's so happy. Like, he's laying and snoring on my couch right now. It's the true gifts, to be there for life. If you ever having a bad day, go and be there for life. Go and see what's happening with the rest of life. Your life won't look so bad sometimes. Like guys, life is really suffering, all of life. We have to heal with all of life. And I know too, I was even asked, what was I doing? And I mean, I've always been an advocate for trash, an advocate for the animals. I can't even watch a cooking show anymore. Like, I'm watching these people and they have this beautiful restaurant by the ocean and they're serving up all this seafood. And whereas before I had my awakening, I used to be like, yo, I need to go there. That looks yummy. And now I'm like, oh my God. Those guys are sitting there enjoying the beauty of that restaurant on the ocean and they're eating its inhabitants. Don't they see how horrific that is? And I'm like, fucking turn that show off. I can't watch it. Then I'm like, oh, okay, we gotta heal with people and understanding if you don't see, you know, but once we see, it's hard to live in a world where people don't. And there's a very feeling, the very big gap of not fitting in. But guys, we have to use our awkwardness right now. That's the message. And it's part of healing with the children. This is going to build a really great future. It's part of this grand symphony. And it's part of the harmony. And it's part of us all coming together. Like, let's be straight. Let's be honest. How we all got here in the spirit of honesty. Let's do it. All right. Okay, so the theme of this next little 3 months here is butterfly. There's going to be messages of butterflies and what that means. Let's go. Oh, no, guys, we're going here. And yes, we are going here because I feel called to go here. Let's see. Okay. Well, isn't it interesting? The spider's going to make its appearance after everything we've just discussed. Spider, sacred spinner. With the 5 of fossils, donkey, and this is where we have to heal from our lack of. With the 7 of shells. Seeing through our illusions. But here we've healed through our illusions and found peace. And now we're about to grow them on earth. This is the mother and daughter working together. Okay, so the mother and daughter are going to work together in order to help us heal from our lack of. And that goes now to scribe messages. Let's get it. Oh, I guess I should have flipped to the page. Okay, they're right here. This. Oh, well, it actually started off here. But the pen, I used 4 different pens till I switched to a pencil, and that was it. I just knew it was time to get a pencil. So, perception right now is allowing the mind to create anew. So we have to allow our minds to be empty to fill back up and work with different concepts. And remember, this is going to be a time of even more information expanding. And you have to see through what you resonate with and what you don't, because not all of it will be true and true to your path. Okay? Now we're healing from karmic past loops. We're spiraling out. And in order to spiral out, that's the connection to the divine, the child, the feminine, and the masculine. We untwist it. And this is balanced through the center of self. Okay? Now, this is a direct message. Sin is the connection to self and individuality and burning in hell or repenting. What we've been taught, creating with this patterning. Okay? The illusion, part of this hack. Untwisting it is the sun. And that's the self with unity. And this is burning it off and giving it to God. And the embodiment of true self. This means something different. It means accepting all of self. And they showed me that, you know, the negative tetrahedron of the feminine and the masculine tetrahedron that's positive come together, and then that turns into an 8-pointed star and activates. And what this has to do with is the fact that our subconscious still lives in lack of and can be manipulating events, causing us chaos still, and we might not even be mindful of this. We take the fall within, and this creates new awareness in order to apply the new patterning to the old. Recognize where our subconscious lives in lack of to heal this for our manifestations. And this is connected to our divine inheritance, working with Fortuna, Jupiter, the daughter of Jupiter. And this has to do with our ascension and our awakening. and the portals and all the work we were doing with them. And understanding that there is the old and the new, and the center, that's where God is, the creator, the divine, whichever that word is for you, source. And that's the present moment. Right now, that's the present moment. Okay? There's much to show that that's where we're at, and that's it. Okay? Now, this means something. Let's tie it all up, guys, and put it in a bowl. Ooh, what just slipped out over here? Clarity. Well, I'll sure say, I hope we're getting some clarity. I love these cards. Okay. It's time. Okay. What is being activated here? Well, there it is. It hit the pyramid. Okay. What do we got? Financial health. Well, that's great. And this has to do with finding, and there's the butterfly and grieving. We're finding and grieving right now, guys. We're transmuting it. We're transmuting the fall right now. But we have to remember we're being protected. To trust this. Literally trust this. This is our empowerment right now. It's also our access to happiness. We have to honor commitment here. When we honor this commitment, it's going to be taking, it's going to be lightening our load. We're going to see beauty. We're going to see beauty in something. We had to take the fall to see the beauty in something, a place where we didn't see it before, and it's within us, it's within self. This has to do with more self-love, more practicing the art of self-love as this path back to one. Path back to being together. All right, guys, financial health. Let's get it. Magical guidance. You might find yourself drowning in a sea of red demands if you don't slow down and take stock of the mess you're in. Burying your head in the sand won't get you out of the hole. You're being urged to recognize that your avoidance, inexperience, or irresponsibility has become a liability, and you can't afford to ignore your desperate situation. The worry, stress, and anxiety that accompanies debt has taken its toll, and you don't know where to turn. Acknowledgement and responsibility of the debt is the first step and rule of magic when weaving a spell to improve your financial health and become debt-free once and for all. And guys, we're calling in our divine inheritance because we're doing the work. Spell incantation. Take some patchouli oil and black candle during a dark moon at sunset on a Saturday, face west, and say, money makes the world go round, lack of it can make one frown. Shrug off, ignore, try to forget, responsibility owns debt. Carve out amount on candle black, anoint with oil to pay it back. Flame determines what one earns, debts reduced as candle burns. Watch areas melt away, welcoming in a new payday. With the entire candle burn down to banish debt completely and say, gratefully I accept the magic of you, of protection to assist in all that I do. Lend me the courage, build power in me, assist my transcendence, so mote it be. Now, guys, this is just symbolism. You don't have to do all that, okay? This is symbolism to say have some sort of ritualistic ceremony in order to let it go. But we also be having to do the work and use the masculine to get us there and to face it. And yeah, it's hard. You know what? It's hard when we're living in debt and we're healers and we're building new earth and we're not built for the monetary system. Because the new earth doesn't run off the monetary system. To get money. I know, like, I do everything for free. I don't even ask for money. And then I look at my bank account and I struggle and I do all this healing work for free. But I'm working with the earth. I'm working with life. I'm in service and I'm truly in service. And I know what this means. Because I feel this every day. I feel this all the time. And that's how I trust in this. And that's how I've seen what I needed to see here. And it's a beautiful gift to actually do the work. And I always remember saying to myself, you know, if there's one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to do the work. I didn't just want to sit on the sidelines and say I was doing the work. I didn't want to be a faker like that. I wanted to do it. And I wanted to show people that if we did the work, that our dreams could come true. And I sit here every day, and that's how I still get here, even on days like today where I didn't know how I was getting here, because there's times that I feel like I'm not going to make it. But deep down, I know I am. And this is how I know I'm deserving, because I know that I'm this. We came here to live in symbiosis with life and be in service. And be the love and the light in the dark, because I needed to heal from abandonment. And I know that one of the things I wanted to show was that love could exist in the dark. I never knew to the degree that I was going to be the change that I needed to see in the world. And what that truly meant when, you know, I began creating this lotus in 2011. And how much prep work I was doing for that to get to this point now, and what that means. Guys, stay tuned. There's so many projects on the go, and I can hardly wait to share them with you. And yes, some of them will go back in time. Excuse me. But we remember we're healing with time. Okay? So it's connected to now. It was a lot of these messages were kicked off at the first full moon in Aquarius. And it's all coming together right now. Okay? So I'll see you there. Until then, I'm sending it to you. I'm sending you those good healing vibes. I love you all. Take care.